Buckmeister Village, your boy Buckmeister, twice and I sit you, used to Shablemson, and today we are talking Black Sands Volume 2. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Buckmeister Cool from Meister Geek Media. I talk all sorts of geek media, from the comic books, the superheroes, animes, the sci-fis, all of that good stuff. So if any of that sounds cool to you, please feel free to tickle that subscribe button and that bell button so you never miss a video. So, for those of you who have been following this channel for a minute, first off, thank you to everybody who is subscribed. But I do want to say that I haven't done a comic book review in a while. Like, if you see on my channel, I have a lot of comic book reviews. But because I started working on my own comic book, Neon Wave, link to that, or link to the comic book, or link to the information about the comic book in the description down below if you're interested to check that out. But yeah, because I started working on my own comic book, I haven't had time. Like, I've been reading comics, but I haven't had time to sit down and review a comic. So I'm pretty excited to do this today. So Black Sands Volume 2. If you haven't seen my first review, Volume 1, there'll be a link in the info card as well and in the description. But like, following up from there with Volume 2, we're getting back into these characters, AUSAR and his family and everything. And I just gotta tell you, one thing I'm really liking about this book is they're showing how strategic a character AUSAR is. Like, yeah, he's a hothead. He's kind of almost like Raphael and Leonardo put together, where he can come up with plans on the fly, but he's also like the first one to be like, we fighting. And it's just like, bro, all I said was hello. Yeah, but the way you said it was, so we about to throw some. It's like, okay. But I mean, he does get into a situation that was very, very subtle. It was very subtly written. But it was just like, okay, I can see why you mad. I can see why you're a little bit upset, Osar. Okay, I get it, fam. I get it. Yo, but the one thing I'm also noticing about this book and about this world is that these kids are connected. I'm looking at them, I'm like, yo, how old are y'all? Like, I'm trying to just do the math in my head, because the characters are designed like they're 12 years old. But like, they be going and meeting like these grown ass people. They be going and meeting like some grown folk, and they be like, yeah, man, this little girl saved my life that one time, so I owe her a lot. Or this little boy over here, this little boy over here, Seth, man, like he saved my kid. And I was just like, you guys are connected. At 12 years old, I was just trying to figure out action figures and the internet. Y'all out here saving entire lives, and y'all got connections in different cities, and y'all learning politics and politics and diplomacy and democracy. Yo, Kemet was different back then. If that's how they got down, the Kush and the Kemets and all of them peoples was some dangerous peoples if this is how they got down. Yeesh. Yeah, man, like, also stay war ready also. I'm looking at this dude, like, how are you 12? Are you 14? Like, he's just war ready. Like, war about to break out. He's just like, alright, here's what we gonna do. We getting down with this right now. And it's just like, bro, all he was missing was the America we need you finger. I was like, what did your grandfather do to you, my man? But there's no CPS in ancient times, so he just had to take that to the chin. We also get to, like, as much as, like, I know how this series has been pitched, you know, it's African history, particularly around the Egyptian region and all of that stuff, because that's where a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy and debate about Egypt, and I'm not going to get into all of that right now. Either you're liking this series or not. But like, with that, we get to also see history of other, like, you know, ancient civilizations kind of thing. We get to learn that there was like there's like a situation where the queen is the ruler. 'Cause actually, it's pretty common in like history where like there would be a queen and there would be like a male person who's like the first man or whatever. And like, I know that's kind of weird for modern society context, because, you know, a lot of history has been altered and changed around the world. You know, it's not just specifically in Africa. It's not special to Africa. Like, a lot of people have had things meddled and meddled and all of that stuff. So it's cool to get a nice history lesson on like other civilizations as well, but the way that they interact. I mean, of course, there's the fantastical element because you got the powers and the anime, you know, attacks and stuff. But Like, we get to learn about other societies, we get to see our characters interact with other societies, and we get to learn like one or two really cool things about these societies as they're interacting with them. And it begs questions as to what are the relations with everybody right now, um and why, like, was this so, and what is everybody's issue with like this investigation that they have to do. Because I mean, essentially, if you read volume 1, these characters are going on an expedition to investigate some weird happenings with either remnants of the gods or the titans. Like, there's a whole other conspiracy theory about these gods and these titans and all of that stuff, and why they're interfering with Earth the way that they are. And there's a really cool aspect and angle to what they might be, which I'm theorizing right now, but I want to save my theory for when I get to volume 3, because volume 3 will confirm if what I'm talking about is, if what I think it is what it is. Does that make sense? Probably not. But yeah, this series is really cool. I've really enjoyed almost everything about this series so far. The action is spectacular. I love the art. The characters are also distinct enough, and also, like, another thing that's really cool is that there's nobody that's really ditzy. Like, I'm trying to remember the character's name. I'll have her name on the. I'll have a picture of her right now. Yeah, her name is Asemi, and or if I've said that wrong, again, picture will correct me. But like, with this character, you look at her and you look at how they talk about her and all of this stuff, and you get to you get to think that she's this character who's powerful, but she's just powerful. She doesn't have, like, the street smarts, quote unquote, or whatever. But then they put her in a situation where she really gets to shine, and she shines in a way that I think is very, very, like, palpable for now, and very, very important to now and modern times, where she uses, like, emotional intelligence to solve a problem. And I thought that was really clever. So I really like how Manuel Godoy has balanced out this entire cast of characters. Like, everybody's got specific strong suits, and they're all melding and meshing really well together, which is really cool. And it's also nice to kind of see, like, a family team type of dynamic, because that's not really been done before, like with like a bunch of siblings. You know what I'm saying? Like, siblings that are not too different in age, but it's like a sibling expedition. It's not like The Incredibles where it's a mom and a dad. It's like brothers and sisters going on this journey. And I think that's a really cool thing that I haven't seen personally in fiction, like, ever. Like, and I've read a lot of fiction. The Meister Geek Media, name of the channel. So those are my thoughts on Black Sands Volume 2. What do you think, Meister? Let me know in the comment section down below. Have you been checking them out? Have you been following them? Have you known anything about this book? Is this the first time you're hearing about this book? Let me know in the comment section down below. Talk it to your boy. Look at that, you made it to the end of the video. You are spectacular. Now, if you really like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there. I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video, because my man's gotta be out. Peace.